Welcome back to a League of Legends cast. Something that I haven't done in a while. I was specifically asked to cast this game essentially by request. I think the original message was, "Hey, if you want a stressful time, watch this game." And you know me, I love stress, so I'm gonna cast this game. Originally, I was just told to watch it, but I figured watching it is not as fun as just casting it. So we'll go over the lineup to this game. This is a silver level, so silver league, solo queue game. The top lane matchup is going to be Urgot versus Camille. Jungle, Amumu against E. Mid lane, Fizz against Veigar. Bottom lane is Misfortune and Misfortune support Soraka against AD carry Jhin and support Vex. Gotta say, support Vex, not my favorite cup of tea, trying to not look at time controls while I close everything I need to. Let's just zoom out. And let's get back into it. It's been such a long time since I casted a game of League of Legends. If you heard a League client go off, that's somebody inviting me to a game. That's not your client. Let me just message them. Give me about 40 minutes. I'm doing something. Okay, so let's get into the game. Oh, I got a DM back. Hold on. Sure, okay. Sure, we got about 40 minutes to cast this game. Spoiler alert, this game is 40 minutes long. Or 44 minutes long. But so far in the early game, there's no explosive action right off the bat. 1 minute in, minions have spawned. No invade, nothing. Everybody is guarding the correct jungle entrances that they should, except the mid lane should really be standing somewhere here, because this lane is this way into the jungle is completely open. If they just walk in here, nothing you can do. But that's really a minor thing. You definitely don't need to, especially when they're not invading. But just saying, when you walk in like this, and if they invade the top side, you're in for a nasty, nasty surprise. So Amumu going to start the Bandage Toss. Now that his Q has 2 charges, Bandage Toss does a appreciable amount of burst to the camps, which means it's viable to start at level 1 to just help you clear the first buff a little bit faster. In top lane, Urgot is going for a level 1 trade against the Camille. Actually works out in his favor. The shotgun legs becoming the equalizer there. Level 1 Purge doing a backflip. Ooh, that's a lot of early damage onto the Camille. She is not hitting back. She is just letting all of this abuse happen. Tactical sweep will heal her just enough, getting her out of kill range. I think if Urgot just flashed on her level 1, there may have been a chance that it would have been either a summoner trade, which works out super well for him. Flash for flash works out well for Urgot in this situation, because Camille really wants a flash to get kills when she hits around level 3. Or just straight up kill her, which is even better. And now that I'm looking at it, Camille doesn't actually have flash. I didn't even notice that. So I think flashing a Camille there could have probably just been first blood. There's no way she can get away from you. She started tactical sweep level 1. She has no hook shot. She has no way of escape. If you just stick onto her, 3 more autos, she's dead. But still, very good level 1 out of here from Urgot. Although the Camille still being alive means that she also has a chance to just keep on spamming tactical sweep and using grasp and healing herself back up whenever necessary. This is a flashless Camille. Her mobility in the early game is definitely not that high, considering she's not taking hookshot yet. But both junglers doing for a standard start. Veigar and Fizz farming it out in the mid lane. Everything looks pretty standard so far. The meteor comes down, flash trader for flash ignite, and the last taken time to finish it off. Fizz flashes the emote. Unfortunately, emotes does not remove the fire going on all around you, so he will die. First blood goes over to the Fizz for a not Fizz, the Veigar for the solo kill onto the Fizz rather. Camille going for the hookshot, and Urgot's about to get ganked, so he is not long for this world, has to blow his flash to get away. Amumu is hot on the tail. Urgot a little bit too tanky, he will not go down. However, he is picking Camille as the target, the person who can just hookshot away. And Urgot's a little bit too far to assist, but the kill comes through anyway. The second charge of Bandage Toss goes down, and that's going to be the Camille dropping. However, the burn kills him, and Master Yi gets in the Alpha Strike. He gets the double kill, comes out ahead in that exchange. Pretty much that's a symptom of just running out of damage when you blow everything to just kill Camille. And then you realize, oh, Master Yi is untouched, and he has everything left. So that's just going to be a very dead Amumu and a very dead Urgot. So Master Yi laughing all the way to the bank. And I've seen too many silver games to know that when the Master Yi gets going, the game is pretty much over. Can't really do much from that position. Now, if you stop the snowball, that's something else entirely, but Master Yi almost doubling the farm. He's also going to stay top lane to just pick up some additional income for himself. Highest farm, highest kill, highest everything in the game at the moment. Jhin falling very low, has to flash away even though there's already no danger. The burst is already ran out, he's in no danger of dying, but he will flash away just for safety anyway. He's also very low, and Vex is not Soraka. Vex cannot heal up your AD carry. So Jhin will be forced to recall very far away, spending a lot of time to walk back to his tower for safety before recalling. And the first item he picks up, it's gonna be an Executioner's on a Jhin. Now, I don't actually agree with that choice. Yeah, Vex, forgetting that her AD carry has backed, gonna be an easy pickoff. But I don't actually agree with that Executioner's for choice. Jhin doesn't attack frequently enough to justify picking up the Executioner. That Master Yi is just gonna muscle the Amumu off. Takes the Scuttle for himself. Amumu pings for assistance after the crab has already died. So there's not much the mid lane can do. But Executioner Jhin, not the best. I think Vex with Oblivion Orb is way better. Not only is it on a support budget, supports can pick it up. So AD carries don't have to dip their toes into an 800 gold investment. Let the support do it instead, and the AD carry can just go straight for the Noon Quiver, or like significant portions of the Noon Quiver. You don't apply Grievous Wounds nearly as often as the Vex. Vex is the person zoning, she's the person poking, she's the person that's also engaging the enemy duo longer than the AD carry is. Not to mention Jhin attacks with a set attack speed of 0.7, so while it's enough for permanent uptime, it only works when you're full on engagement as opposed to like just a trade. Ooh, beautiful flip, cancelling out Camille's hookshot, the disdain. Very nicely timed. Urgot beats the Camille to level 6. You can just walk in, make sure. Oh no, the harpoon flies wide. Fear Beyond Death not going to connect. And he's running out of wards. And he's running out of mana, which means that this kill not gonna happen. Fishing for mid-range harpoons, never a good idea. If you know for sure that you can kill someone, like you got them cornered, it's always better to save Fear Beyond Death right after the disdain, flip them behind you, and then attach a point-blank harpoon, way harder to miss. Don't go for mid-range fishes, because it's very, very easy to dodge that projectile. Even though it's got a super fast travel time, it's a very narrow projectile. The tiniest sidestep, or even just like fidgeting in place, is oftentimes enough to just avoid the harpoon coming right at you. But if you're in the middle of combat, if you've just been disdained back, if there's CC, there's lag time, you cannot move, then Fear Beyond Death is practically guaranteed. And especially trying to fish for that long range Fear Beyond Death actually drained Urgot's mana, so he couldn't actually secure that kill. So we'll just chalk that up to the second miskill by Urgot in this lane. He could have been 2-1, but we'll leave that aside for now. Red team will get their first Drake. Game is still very even, just 7 minutes in. It's a very quiet early game. Oftentimes you either get a blowout or just nothing happens and then one massive team fight and that decides the game. Everybody is just farming, waiting in anticipation for a massive clash, and then whoever wins that clash wins the game because the other team mental booms and surrenders. That's just how most games work nowadays. Double up, beautiful connection, takes away half of Vex's life bar. Now Amumu working on his Crux, so here comes Master Yi. Unfriendly neighbor there. Urgot secures the kill, Fear Beyond Death does land. Bullet time, not going to get the kill, but it will force out the Jhin heal. Vex goes for the Mistral Bolt, it's not going to land, but Jhin is going to fall. Misfortune commits the flash for the kill, pinging it out. But it doesn't matter, the kill is more than worth it. And Misfortune very ahead in this lane. Slowly working on her Eclipse there as well. Now Vex has been reduced to Mistral Bolt spamming from long range, just to de-push the wave as much as she can. Although it is a support Vex with no items, it's just a single Sapphire Crystal. About the worst item you could buy on a 600 gold budget, which is Sapphire plus boots. I would genuinely prefer like M-Tome and 2 pinks over those 2 items. Now Camille hookshotting in, gets a grass proc. She's getting up there in terms of HP. When she died, she went home and picked up a Phage, as opposed to Urgot rushing tier 2 boots, which I actually like. I'm beginning to like tier 2 rushing on top more and more, just because it helps you come out ahead in very silent ways. Helps you get ahead in trades, helps you close gaps, just helps you get to lanes faster as well. It's just very good. Plus boost on its own, a fantastic item. Just for 1100 gold, you can get a lot of defenses. That's also something to keep in mind, that boots first oftentimes a very good buy now in top lane, and it's something that I've been converted to do more and more, and I've definitely had a lot better time in top lane after I just switched to rushing boots. However, Camille is going to offset that with a Phage. It's just a slow sustain over the course of a longer lane. It does silently help her a little bit with sustain. Master E is going top to help, but meanwhile in the bottom lane, Vex going for the ultimate, gets the kill on the Soraka. Meanwhile, the Master E committing hard for the Urgot. Under two tower shots, he gets the kill. The curtain time opens up as well. Meanwhile, mid lane. Wow, 4 kills across the map in the blink of an eye, all belonging to red team. I cannot believe how quickly this is all turned around here. And now red team is firmly in the lead. If you just picked up 4 kills over the map in the blink of an eye, that's gotta be good. That's like a rallying cry for a team. And now blue team reduced to a massive walk of shame backwards. All 4 members walking out of their base roughly the same time, slowly walking back to lane. The ultimate power play. Vex takes another double up. Misfortune tanks an equal amount of poke in return. The Soraka going to come in, patch her up like nothing bad ever happened. Misfortune won't feel a thing, but Soraka is going to be hurting a little bit in the HP department. Master E going for a Rift Herald solo at this stage in the game. We're 11 minutes in now. Still, the objectives are pretty quiet. 1 Ocean Drake, that's it. The Rift Herald is still being killed off. No towers or anything. What are the plate counts like? It seems like top lane's taken 1 plate for blue, mid lane's taken 2 for red, bottom lane's taken 2 for red as well. So red team ahead by 3 plates overall count. Still, a gold lead like this, 2000 by 11 minutes in, it's pretty bad, but at the same time, massive roams are not happening, early skirmishes are not happening, everybody is still content with just suddenly into the laning phase. With the exception of mid slowly becoming a black hole, the rest of the game not looking too awful. Veigar is going to get a solo kill, but he blows all his cooldowns to do it. However, the shark goes wide, the silence goes down. Will they still go for it? Misfortune loses the strut to the tower. That's going to be a massive chunk of her chase potential. Has to commit the bullet time very far away, not going to land it. Veigar is now just going to continuously running, and now he's making his way top lane, going to recall in this brush under Camille's protection. But he's left 3 people at mid, which means that Prio on Drake Pit is all but surrendered. However, Amumu just now walking out of base, pretty far away. Camille gonna tag team out. Now she's heading mid. She wants to make something happen here. Will she go for the hook shot? Yes, she is. She's going in. Vex is coming in with the ulti as well. Personal space. No fear though. And the fight is still going on. Soraka regenning with the circle. The ignite goes out on her. She is walking very close to the Camille, and Camille pokes her once, gets the kill. TP is coming in here for the Urgot, but the fight seems like it's already winding down. Massive Amumu committed, and there's going to be a huge catch. 3 members of red team go down. Blue team comes out ahead. They're paying for assistance on the Drake. They won the team fight. They want to collect their spoils. And Fizz popping his sweepers as he's walking into 2 friendly pink wards, making it the most useless sweeper of all time. Is it going to at least catch that 1 ward? Nope, never mind. Alright, that sweeper finds absolutely nothing. He's just gonna playful Trickster out of the cage, jumping away from the black hole. Veigar is still very ahead. He's gone unkilled in that fight, mostly because he wasn't in that fight. Excellent TP coming down from the Urgot, and Mumu coming in to continue the fight as well. They pick up 2 additional bodies at the end. Most valuable is a shutdown on the Master E. That's gotta buy you some breathing room as well in the jungle, because he was looking to take over the game. He was getting very ahead. But very good team fight. They bring the game somewhat back in their favor. Still at a deficit, I will say. Mid lane is still the biggest problem that they have to address. Now, Amumu and Fizz not in the best position to continually throw bodies at mid. Right now, Veigar is stronger than both of them. They need at least a Mythic on their damage dealer to really contest. But Fizz, he still want to try for it. Walking right back into Dark Matter. That was a dodgeable skill shot, and he just ate it because he likes meteors. And that's going to be enough damage for Veigar to pick up an easy solo kill. Fizz just offering himself up as a tribute to the gods. The Stain does land on the Camille. Does she still have the hookshot? Yes, she does. She will make her way out. But she tanks a significant amount of her life in chunk. That's going to be mid tower going down. First turret dies. A minute after plates have fallen. Not the most amount of money you could have gotten, but hey, first tower gold is pretty significant. Misfortune loves that play. It never works. Unless bullet time carries a stun or something. Flash ult, never going to get you a kill in that circumstance. You can just walk away from it. Master E level 10. Pops the Highlander. He wants to kill. Highlander comes down. There's the Wish as well. Fear Beyond Death. He has fallen to the threshold. Emo flashes out from the Fizz. Excellent solo kill. Master E a little bit too greedy. Not understanding that you don't have a quarter of your life bar when fighting Urgot one-on-one, because he is a very overbearing champion when he has a few items. By default, a quarter of your life bar does not exist, and that is a stupidly high that's a stupidly high threshold. Good job with the Bramble, he says, complimenting Master E. Didn't know this. Although to be fair, Bramble didn't necessarily win him that fight, although it was very close and may very well have been the difference maker. Although let's be honest, he would have been cleaned up anyway. I think just Tabi's, well, Steel Caps rather, by itself would have been enough to win or got that 1v1. Obviously neither player's full damage rotation was that clean. Master E could have obviously played that a bit better as well, but Bramble, yeah, for sure. He was... Also, he shouldn't just been invading that far. Really. What was he thinking? But there he is. Veigar is 3 levels above the jungler. He's had a very good lane this game. Even Horizon providing some massive zone. There's the time we're coming down from the Camille. But what is the Camille thinking? They're just gonna leave her and walk right past, going for a full dive onto the backline. Master E and Veigar both die. However, Soraka left to the wolves. She's gonna missing ping and say, hey, what the heck? This Camille just solo killed me. Although, to be honest, Soraka should have just followed the team. Just drop your Equinox, move forward the team. Oh no! Oh no! The blast cone kill from the Urgot is gonna send the Camille flying away from the rest of the team. Amumu going for a miracle bandit shot. He will land it. The Disdain gets the flip. Fear Beyond Death connects 90 degrees away. A perpendicular ultimate, not gonna hit it. But Rampage regardless to the Urgot. However, bot lane been fully left alone. That's gonna be a healthy amount of tower damage. Blue team does take back the gold lead. They do have the gold lead now, albeit only very, very slightly. Soraka's gonna come in to try to deep push away, using Equinox just to do about 80 extra damage, which is just about the worst uses of Equinox you can get. Also, don't rush Ardent Censer. That is not it. Just rush. You need Moonstone. It's a lethality misfortune. You don't need the Censer. She's not gonna be using auto attacks to deal the significant amount of her damage. She autos once at the start of a fight, then drops her ultimate, and job's done. Ardent Censer is just about the worst thing you could buy. Well, that's obviously a blatant exaggeration, but where's your Moonstone? You definitely need that. The CC train going down onto the Fizz is not going to be enough. Even the Wish, not enough. However, will the Veigar make it out? The Dark Matter will be dodged away. Soraka at least knows how to dodge that skill shot. Urgot's going to walk into the event horizon. The Amumu bandage toss very close to connecting. Not going to hit. Veigar's just going to slowly waddle away. Do not chase him. He is buying time for his cooldowns. But blue team smells blood in the water. Nope, they will disengage, which is the smart move. He's gotten so many cooldowns back, he can just start picking you off as you try to walk into him. Sorcerer goes for the bullet time so early though. That's just gonna be a bullet time gone down the drain. Very, very impatient. You could wait like 3 seconds and do it, and then actually have a chance to do it. And Vex, despite being a support, actually built a mythic first item, which means she has more than enough damage to kill the the Soraka. Miss Fortune and Master Yi takes each other down. That's going to be a shutdown going over to the Master Yi. A very valuable kill for him. He's been feeding since his early game lead. So Miss Fortune definitely didn't get nearly as much in return. Urgot's going to dump so much of the burst onto Camille, but eats just as much in return. Camille body tanks it, but the Shark! Tiny Guppy Shark able to kill the Veigar at dot HP. Fizz gets the first kill of his career. And he's reset his gold bounty. Now he's worth 300 gold again, so now he's got to be very careful. Amumu gets red buff for himself. Probably should have given him to someone else by now. He also just needs boots now. It's 20 minutes into the game. Players with weak mental would have called it by now. Yeah, there we go. You really shouldn't be walking on brown boots anymore at this stage in the game. Looking at all the items, I will say Jhin is definitely probably the most poor carry right now. He's got one item and boots. Camille goes for a long range hook shotgun and landed onto the Fizz. He's worth 300 gold again. Worth killing for sure. Namumu goes for the Camille. Gets the stun. Gets the silence. She has nowhere to go. The beautiful CC layering. Cannot even hookshot or flash away. Mumu gonna help himself to the neighboring Raptor camps. Missing Pink goes down on the Baron. That's a very far stretch. There's no way this team kills Baron. They have no tank. They need at least 3 members on Baron to be able to kill it. And one of those 3 must be Camille. And the other one of those 3 must also be Master Yi. They have a very narrow condition to do Baron with. No one else on their team does enough consistent damage or have the tankiness necessary to survive Baron at this stage in the game. Master Yi going to go for a kill. Mistral Bolt not gonna connect. Vex gets her Doom back up for the Fear. Nothing gonna happen yet. And Urgot's been left to split push bottom lane. Gonna equalize the tower count for a bit. He has the correct lane assignment. He knows where to go. He is going to the right place and he picks up an uncontested tower because of it. Feeding time, says the Fizz. Shark going down. It actually does land. Knocks away the Veigar. Fear Beyond Death connects, but the Everfrost slow is there. He's gonna have to flash away. Urgot spams emotes in the wrong place. What are you doing, man? Get out of there. Camille wants a solo kill onto the Miss Fortune. It seems like she's gonna get it as well. True damage Q is coming down. Will it be landed? No, it will not. The Mumu flashes in for the banish toss. There's a full commit. Blowing everything to get the Camille, and he will. That's a lot of cooldowns for a 2 and 6 Camille. Just to make her 2 and 7, that's not worth blowing that many cooldowns. Especially, I don't know, the rest of her team is still fighting mid. Miss Fortune does get free room to push up top. Vex, she has her ultimate. Can she go for the snipe? She has Ignite. She can very easily kill this Miss Fortune. Will she go for it? She's on ward. She spotted out. And she's gonna full face tank the bullet time. Not the wisest decision. Not the wisest decision. 2 missing pinks go down on her corpse. We're wondering what she's thinking. I too am wondering the same thing. Blue team still pretty ahead in this game. Fizz is still spamming the laugh emote in the middle of the lane. Camille hook shot. The disdain will dodge out of it. Captive audience, well, not captive, deadly flourish will not hit from the Jhin. But the heal move speed, that might just be enough. Urgot's so dead, not even gonna try to put up a fight, just trying to walk away, do the best he can. Not gonna be enough. Not gonna be enough. There was a narrow window where Jhin was stepping up a little bit too much. He could have just disdained backwards and tried to take the Jhin down with him, if nothing else. But very little you could do. When the AD carry and top both start chasing you down. He could have just stood his ground and fought and probably been better off than just trying to run away. Not to mention now his death timer is way longer than it needs to be. Dragon's coming up as well. Mistral Bolt. Not gonna connect. Camille is going to straight up suicide in. Well, Vex, the resets are coming down. Will she get a second reset? No, she will not. Meanwhile, the Fizz flashes away for no reason, and the Veigar comes down from the wing to clean up. Everybody from blue team is just dying. Beautiful Alpha Strike dodges out from the Curse of the Sand Mummy. Blue team picks an unwinnable fight, and they get promptly punished as a result. Camille says that her teleport is ready, although not needed. The fight's already over. Miss Fortune asks for assistance in the bottom lane. That's the correct place to go. You're not taking the dragon, you're an Urgot. Meanwhile, Veigar very strong. He's gotten second item Rabadons. Definitely something you only do if you're flexing, and he is most definitely flexing. He's going to work on a stopwatch, and now he's approximately 300% hard to kill. Stopwatch is just a completely broken item. It has no place in this game. However, when a silver player gets a stopwatch, it is decidedly very different than a pro player getting a stopwatch. We'll see what he does with this. Jin's been pinged back. And Soraka, being very brave for herself, gonna walk up. And see, this is why you don't rush Sensor first. You still don't have Moonstone. It's 25 minutes. There's been like 3 team fights, and you still don't have. What are with? Oh my god, what is with these bullet times? That's gross. Don't ever bullet time like that. It is just an awful way to use bullet time. She's 9-3, but she's definitely limiting herself with these very ill-timed bullet times. Blue team going to go for a very ill-advised steal, not gonna be rewarded with anything. And the move, Bandit tosses back in because he wants to commit for some weird reason, just going to die for it. And that's a 2v4 at best. Fizz is not in position to help you out. So blue team just donates 2 bodies free of charge. Don't ever go for that buff steal without warding over the wall. You need to know what's happening on the other side, because you're in the enemy's home. If you're breaking into somebody's house, you definitely want some lookouts on the outside of the house, in case the house owners come back in and they're armed. Otherwise, you're just trapping yourself. Now 26.5 minutes in. Dead even game, for better or worse. Definitely has no right to be a dead even game. I think that in general, red team has just made better plays. Blue team just refuses to go down. Now Camille is gonna channel teleport right in the middle of Fizz's face. The ignite and the ticks are going down. Poor Camille, teleporting into a fight that isn't gonna happen, while the Fizz just gets to eat her for free. Urgot pings out that he has ultimate. They do get a catch onto the Camille. This Camille is just not holding it down this game. Are they going to go for a catch onto the Veigar? Yes, they are. They're walking out. Even Horizon goes down. Soraka, where's the silence? He needs to drop the silence. Oh no, there's no silence. The fish goes wide as well. They're still giving chase to the Veigar. He's rounding around the corner, playing very well with the Fog of War. Yomu has been popped. Miss Fortune goes in for the kill, but he stashed so much of his burst. He didn't commit anything. That's gonna be a 1-for-1. The most fed members of both teams take each other down. Not worth it. Soraka should have just led with the Equinox. Silence the Veigar. Make sure he can't flash away. Make sure he can't drop the burst. Make him walk. Give the rest of your team a chance to get him. And also, Urgot probably also should have just like anything to slow him down. Even if it misses, anything, you have the bodies to do the damage. Anything to slow him down from running. Because both times now, when you try to catch a Veigar, he just walks around, rounds a corner, and you can't see him anymore. That's a perfect time for him to set up. Drop an Event Horizon, drop a Dark Matter on the way out. He can whittle you down very quickly. Guppy Shark goes down onto the Camille, takes a little bit of her life as chunk, although Fizz completely out of mana, not able to fight this. Camille goes for an ultra long range hook shot. It does connect, but Fizz will flash away. Tactical sweep gets the slow. Camille really wants this kill. Hex of the Ultimate goes down, and Fish has nowhere to go. Fish has become filleted. And Flash comes down from the Miss Fortune. She is very eager, goes for the worst bullet time. Oh my god. Oh. These are not good bullet times. Do not use bullet blank. Do not use bullet blank. Do not use bullet time point blank. Do not use bullet time far away. Use it when the entire enemy team is busy doing something else. However, this Misfortune does not understand that rule of bullet time, and so far has made some very subpar bullet time commits. Meanwhile, in other news, Soraka finally picks up Moonstone Renewer. At the same time, Master Yi finishes third item Mortal Reminder. So, you know, not necessarily the best timing for Moonstone. I think the window to get it and to make it effective has long passed. Now we're not looking at skirmishes where the Starlit Grace heal actually makes a difference. Now we're looking at full-blown team fights where people's blowing up in mere seconds of each other. Totally different beast. Still a very good item to buy. The effectiveness though now, not as effective as it would have been if it was bought like 15 minutes ago. Urgot's gonna be caught out. He is not long for this world. There's so much damage on the board here. Just gonna be caught out. But that's 3 people committed top, so what's blue team's response? Going to try to chase a Camille, who can just hookshot away. This is definitely a problem of split pushing on the top lane when the rest of your team is not in position to do anything. By the time you died, the rest of your team is just now getting into position. It's a desync between the team, which means that top laner just dies for free. It's not a drawing pressure, the enemy just takes a nice detour to get some free money. And now it's 30 minutes in, Soul has been claimed by red team. Although to be fair, it probably is better this way. When Soul is given over, you can just wait for the Elder play. Blue team might want this Elder play too. Is there a ticket to win the game, really? Fizz going to commit Playful Trickster very early on. Ignite going to not do anything, but there's a Vex flying in. Not going to even bother to fish for a Playful Trickster to get out of that one. The resets are coming down. Now Misfortune is caught out. Her position is extremely questionable. Meanwhile, mid lane, a brawl for the ages coming out. Fear Beyond Death connects onto the Master Yi. He's gonna die. I don't see a way blue team wins this game. I don't. I think it's over. Not because they can't fight, not because they can't win the fight. It's just that they're incapable of it. Because so far, just based on like all of blue team's positioning and macro, I'm just not convinced they can do it. Like, let's run down the list from bottom to top. Soraka, pretty much invisible. Granted, it's just because her item timings are not efficient, and the Vanguard is just blowing her up for free left and right. Misfortune can't really position, can't really use bullet time, doesn't necessarily know how to team fight properly. Urgot's gonna take a huge chunk. They're gonna cut the team fight off, so many people are low. Urgot's gonna get hit, and there is the Camille coming in. That's a lot of healing coming down. Is it gonna work? It is gonna work. He survives by the skin of his teeth. Jin win for second item RFC instead of Collector. Collector would have killed him easily. Let's go back to running down the list. Soraka pretty much invisible. Trying her best, but her best isn't good enough. Soraka is only as good as the rest of your team, for the most part. Misfortune can't position, can't team fight. Very clueless in terms of ultimate usage, I will say. Fizz making some very questionable individual plays, but honestly, his mid game so far has been pretty solid. There's honestly not much I can say. Oh no! Oh no! Just when I thought I could have a moment to talk about. Yeah, don't do that either. That brings me to the Amumu. Oh my god. Soraka, do you really need it? Oh my god. Soraka has natural ability haste for days. You don't need blue, but okay, well. Amumu, pretty much invisible. Like, he's a very unimpressive player so far. He's landed a few good bandit shots early on. And then the rest of the game, he's just not even on camera because he's not doing anything of consequence. This is not a team that's playing together. Combined, this 5-man lineup probably wins the fight. What is this bullet time? You don't need that to wave clear. They already backed off. Plus, it's not even aimed at the minions. It's aimed at Camille. Shark goes wide. Vex is gonna be caught out here. She's gonna try to turn around to make the best of the situation. Not gonna get it. Not gonna get it. Red team is trying a controversial strategy. The standard push pattern is 1-3-1. Red team is trying the 1-1-1-1-1. You have one top, one mid, one bot, one having a picnic at their own tower, and one shopping. That's a very controversial new lane assignment when it comes to pushing with Baron. But still, red team, I don't see how they lose this game. Especially with Elder. This has gotta be it. Elder's gotta end the game. Like, they have Baron by accident, but they have Baron. Now they just have to secure Elder. And they have so much prio because Baron minions just crush normal minions. So they have the minion advantage, which means that blue team has to commit resources to clear the minions. And the red bot lane is pushing in, top lane is pushing in. They can't realistically commit for this Elder. Their side lane assignments are so messy. Although top lane is crashing into the tower, so that's not to be concerned about. Bottom lane is still a big problem. They just have so little vision because your minions are your walking wards. They secure you the map control. And when your lane minions are being pushed in all three sides, you just have way less vision to play around in, so it's way dangerous to walk into the Dragon Pit. But Camille committing a little bit too far. Fear Beyond Death is coming down. That's going to be a massive fear onto the backline. Meanwhile, Master E hunting down the Misfortune. He's behind. He's in prime position to do something, but he turns around for the Amumu instead. A very questionable target assignment. The Urgot running buck wild, but can he kill this Master E? He needs to kill this Master E. He is not killing the Master E. Master E goes off uncontested. No protection in the back. No focus on the actual deadly target here. Once Viger goes down, top side of the fight has already committed in. Master E runs free. He kills everyone. That's going to be Elder. However, only Elder onto 2. Minimize damage for the most part. This Jhin has the worst item builds I've ever seen. No Collector means no burst. No solid DPS. Master E is the only threat with an Elder, but he is also very squishy. Very easily catchable, especially with the Soraka. Just drop Equinox on whoever he alpha strikes and he's dead as soon as he pops out. That might be giving the Soraka a bit too much credit. So far her Equinox users have been highly questionable. It is such a powerful tool. Like, despite Soraka being a guy who can, like, being a champion rather, who can heal you from 0 to full in like 2 seconds, her most powerful tool in her kit is Equinox. Instant cast, far range, AoE silence. There are basically no abilities like that left in the game. The next best thing you have is Cho'Gath with the Roar. And even that is not an instant cast. There is no cast time with Equinox. You point at the ground and everybody there is silenced. Nobody there gets to play the game. It is an immensely powerful tool. The only one left in the game. Every other silence in the game either isn't really a silence anymore, like Blitzcrank not really a silence anymore, or it takes some time to appear, like Cho'Gath takes some time to appear, Malzahar takes some time to appear, Garen is single target. Like, of all the champions left in the game with the silence, nobody has it as powerful as Soraka's, and that's for a reason. Silence is an insanely powerful CC. Short of just stopping them from playing the game, silence is amazing. It is stopping them from doing anything. Even Master E can't do anything in the face of a silence. He can't meditate. He can't alpha. He just has auto attacks. So everybody else beats him. And there's going to be Elder coming down. That's going to be a huge cleanup. What the difference between a good and a bad Soraka player is how you manage your Equinox. The cooldown on it is insanely long. It's even with super high ability haste, you're still looking at like an 8 to 10 second cooldown for Equinox. You pretty much get 1 in every team fight. You have to make it count. And the best, most brainless way to make it count is to just use it where your team is fighting. Put it on the person that's fighting the rest of your team, not the one person flanking you. The rest of the ball fighting your team. You will win the fight. They will suddenly realize none of my buttons work. Like even that sudden realization, oh no, none of my buttons suddenly work. What's going on? Like even that brief flash of hesitation, that's what it takes to cost them a whole fight. Now Equinox is insanely unbalanced. I do also love the champion. Soraka, quite possibly one of my favorite champions to just pull out once in a while. I definitely think that this champion is absolutely busted. Not for the same reasons that Enchantress Soraka is usually busted. It's just purely for Equinox. It's the amount of AoE teamfight disruption you can lay down just from keeping your team alive and keeping their team down. It's nothing to be scoffed at. It's almost on the same level as a Lulu in a team fight. Lulu is still the queen for sure. Single target polymorph disable is super strong. Wild Growth is an insanely powerful teamfight tool as well. Jin's gonna get the lead in the back. Very questionable wish. Everybody is literally full health. Camille pounces for Fizz, goes the wrong way. The complete wrong way. Miss Fortune going to try to clear out the mid lane. Now they have Baron. They've gotta make something happen here. Still, like time is running out for you in multiple ways. Time is just running out for you. If you don't do anything with this Baron, the game is over. This is pretty much your last chance to win the game. When this Baron runs out, red team will still be in a more dominant position. Master Yi and Veigar late can be pretty crazy. Amumu is going the complete wrong way. That is not where you should be going. Master Yi not going to give up on the kill. No, he won't give up on the kill. He could have just kept running. Red team is not committing all 5, but blue team sure is, which means Camille gets free time top lane. Time is running out for blue team to do something. Camille is free pushing top. They're going to catch a Veigar. Veigar's caught out, but Fizz hops away from him. Good Equinox, gets the silence. They catch a Veigar, but meanwhile, nobody's dealing with top. Let's see how many recalls this forces. It's gonna force only the Soraka. That's the last person you send back. Send the Fizz back. He already committed the Shark. He's the perfect person to hold down the fort. Soraka's gonna ping missing, wondering why she's the only person going back. To which I will say, why is she the person going back? Like in solo queue, it's a case of like yelling at a crowd to call 911 in a medical emergency. When somebody does it, nobody else will do it. Just wait for somebody else to recall. Or just clearly call someone to... Clearly point at someone like, you, go back. I will just point at the Fizz. You, go back. You already sharked. Now Vex. Caught out here. Going to have to flash away. Deadly Flourish. Not going to connect. She's going to pop the Blast Cone and run away. But she's actually surprisingly done her job. So now blue team, instead of camping a minion wave, buffing it with Baron and pushing the base, they went to chase a Vex instead. Not the smartest move. Pings are going down on the Elder. Master Yi wants the tower. He's running out of minions though. He's running out of minions. His wave's being cut. He's actually just cutting the wave. Worst thing to be doing with your time right now. Easily. Blue team is just going to do Elder. Miss Fortune finally gets a good bullet time. Purely by accident. That's a choke that they just happen to walk into. It's going to blow the Jin's flash and it's going to kill one. Camille falls as well. Vex falls as well. Master Yi going to be killed out here by the Urgot. Jin's putting up the curtain call. Not going to find anything. Nobody is in his cone. Urgot gets the shot down. Blue team has Elder. Now they can push, right? Now they can push, right? And Vex is complaining to hit me with one bullet and I die. I mean, Soraka does have a point. And there's the Elder, breathing down. Blue team seems like they won. Now, granted, that's a terrible use of Baron, for all things considered. However, if you win, no complaints, right? It wasn't a good use of Baron, but red team was so scattered in their response. They just had terrible assignments all over the place. And that's just going to be the end of the game. Blue team's going to win it. Unless this tower somehow kills 4 people. Vex is going to come in, try her best at a Hail Mary. Not going to make it happen. Camille goes in for one last valiant effort. Can she at least kill 1? Yes, she can. Can she kill 2? That's the real question. The answer is very clearly no. GG is called. Master Yi comes up. That's 3 very low health bars. Can he do it? Urgot spamming emos, realizing that, oh no, Master Yi respawn. Maybe he should actually try. And Master Yi not long for the world. Spam ping going down the Nexus. Please don't engage Purge. Just hit the thing. Just, yes, okay, great. There we go. Purging the minion wave instead of the Nexus, not the best way to go. That's going to be the end of the game. Blue team takes it. Thank you for watching the cast. I will see you next time.